it's Kina Knisley with Team K Squared of Keller Williams, Honolulu. And today I have Mary Ellen Vanaken, and she is in Atlanta. I'm going to let her tell you about the area she covers because Atlanta's
Yes.
a lot bigger than Oahu.
Yeah. Yes.
So,
Atlanta's so big. So what
yeah.
I would say is Atlanta's like a clock. So if you take Atlanta, like I'm up in Alpharetta, and actually you can see the little map behind me, and it's North Atlanta, so it's at 12 o'clock. So straight up in 12 o'clock. So we're about 30 miles from Atlanta, 40 miles from the airport, because the airport is south of the city, just so you know, FYI.
Oh, okay. Well, so tell us about the market in Atlanta. How are things going? Um,
Sure.
Prices, inventory.
So what I will say about Atlanta historically is that everything is usually about 10 to 20% per year. And it's been historically like that for the past 20 plus years. So
Ooh,
you're always getting a good
appreciate.
return. Yes. Uh-huh. Yes, you're always getting a good return on
Wow.
your money. And it depends on what part of Atlanta. So like Atlanta is very diverse. You're going to have homes like in my area, really you're looking like $500,000 and up, right? You might be able to get a condo or something a little lower, but that's really the price in my area, in my immediate North Atlanta area. Yes, you can find things less expensive. You have to go out further, either to the west or the east or the north or south of the city. So, and it's such a big area. So really what I tell people is that if you have a referral in Atlanta, give me a call and I will guide you in the right direction if I handle it. If not, I will give you an amazing agent just like myself.
That'll do. So I know, like, because I've only done real estate on this little island. It's 35 by 45 miles,
Yes,
little island. So how big is Atlanta really? If you were to drive from one area to the other side,
sure,
how
sure.
long does
Even
that
from
take?
one side of Alpharetta, Georgia, to the other side, it could take you in traffic like 30, 40 minutes. It's so big. So Atlanta is so, so big, and there's lots of traffic. So you always have to worry about the traffic and kind of go around the traffic area. So
So, wow. Yeah.
big. So I mean, just from, from Atlanta, the city to where I live, it's like 40 miles. So,
Oh, okay.
it's a
It
good
is.
amount.
And
So,
now are you
yeah.
guys developing out and out and out and out?
Yes,
The building.
absolutely. They're going up north, they're going out, out east and west. So what I would say is our area is pretty new. We have a lot of new construction still being built. And what we're doing with the older stuff is we're having tear downs and then we're building from that. So like homes that were built in like the 70s or whatever, they're tearing them down and then building brand new houses in certain areas like in Alpharetta.
But I do want to go back to the 10 to 20%. Those of us that don't know what that means, we are like, oh my goodness, I know it.
Yeah,
That's
so basically,
appreciation.
especially on a single family home, you're going to get the increase in value about 10 to 20%. Right now, it's a little under 10%, the market, and so we're not getting those increased values that some of like California and whatever, like all of a sudden you guys went up like 30% in one year.
Well, during the hot market and COVID, we did have a 21% increase.
Yes.
About
So,
20.
yeah.
Our
So,
average is only 3 to 4% a year.
yes.
That's
So
why
we
10 to 20% appreciation is fabulous if you
Yeah, I mean
invest.
we're really in certain areas. So what I will say about Atlanta is you can be in one neighborhood in one city and it could be hot, and then you could be in another neighborhood and it's not as hot. So it's really, you have to be really hyper local and have a hyper local agent who can help you in that specific area.
So
So
now
it's
we
it's
have a home, a rental in Macon. So I don't,
yes,
that is in
that's like really far away.
yeah. Well,
Megan's a couple like 3 hours away. It's like
it
south.
was
Yeah, it's
$57,000. So I've never.
Well, yeah, no, you can't find anything for $67,000 in this area. It's more like 500,000 and
Yeah.
above.
Um,
So, in
we
Atlanta,
do have
you
agents
can
in
find some stuff maybe in the $200,000 range, but we're not in those low ranges.
yeah. But no, still, I mean, if you can find something 200, 250, how's the rent on that? Or I mean, are rentals in demand? I mean,
Yeah, rentals. So rentals are very much in demand, and they're very high. So, but we do have a lot of rental restrictions in our area. So I know that a lot of areas we don't do a lot of short-term rentals at all because there's a lot of, most of our subdivisions have HOAs, and HOAs will not allow that. And they will not, they won't even allow, sometimes they don't even allow a certain amount of rentals in a certain subdivision. So it's it's a little challenging for investors to come in. Not that we have a lot of investors in, but I think what they try to do is keep the market for you know, people who need a home and not the investors.
yeah,
So I
and
think that
that,
they make it
and
that way. So I think they make it fair. I mean,
yes,
there's a
I
lot of
see that too.
areas,
It's needed.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Um,
so that is the hardest part in rental when you're dealing with investors from other parts of the country and they come here and they're like, well, we want this property. I'm like, it's rental restricted. You can't. You have to be home owner occupied. So I think that's why it's really good to have someone who locally knows that and
yeah.
can pull all that information for you. Because I love when people send you stuff. I like this house. I'm like, it's not going to work for an investor. So.
We get a lot of this. So why are people moving to your area? What's
So
there that's
okay, so
drawing
well, I know what's drawing them. So we do a ton of relocation. So what I would say is in Alpharetta, we have 900 technology companies. Most of them are internationally based. We actually have more technology companies in Alpharetta than we do in all of Atlanta. So the area that we're in, it's very suburban. So it's very, we're having a lot of international people come here because we have the international airport. So it's easy for people to get here. A lot of companies are bringing their companies here to this area because it's a lot less expensive than being on the West Coast, right? Or being in a big city like New York. So you're going to see sometimes a corporate office in, say, in California, and you're going to see one in Atlanta, so that
Oh,
just, yeah, so you see a lot of that. So we get a ton of relocation. Of course, we have Home Depot, Chick-fil-A, I mean, that's their home base. We have so many
oh,
corporations that
you're
have
like
their
the home
headquarters
base.
here.
I was like, yeah, we have a
Yes,
just
Chick-fil-A
got
is
Chick-fil-A.
Atlanta.
Sad, we just got
Oh,
Chick-fil-A. We're getting an In and Out. I saw a sign. I
oh,
mean,
good. Look at
behind the
that.
signs.
Look at that. Yeah, in and out. We don't really have a lot of those around here.
But
So
so you're the home base for Chick-fil-A and Home Depot are right there in your area.
yes, and then we have Delta, of course. Of course, Delta
Yeah.
is in Atlanta. And then we have so many companies and so many small companies that have their headquarters here in Atlanta. So
Wow.
we have a ton of relocation going on and relocating from all over the world, which is so exciting,
That is so fun. So yeah.
Yeah. So we
Okay.
don't have second homes directly here. Like if you go an hour north, well, you go into the Georgia mountains and stuff, and then you can see those second homes and those investment homes, for the second homes. But mostly it's primary homes. And the reason why people live here is because of the lifestyle, because of the schools, and just a great place to bring up your family, your children.
Yeah. So what is fun to do there? Well, I mean,
Oh my God,
I love
so
to
many
do
fun,
things. I
so many
know,
fun things. We don't have surfing like you guys, but anyway,
but you've got
um,
that great aquarium, which
yes, we
I'm
do. We
like,
have an aquarium,
why
we have
is this
Coca-Cola.
amazing aquarium in the middle of Atlanta and
I
our
know we're landlocked. There you go. We're landlocked, but we have an amazing aquarium.
it is amazing.
So what do people do? Oh my God, everyone's outdoors. So like within the Alpharetta area, there's probably like even where I live, within 5 miles, there's like 5 or 6 golf courses. So a lot of people play golf. A lot of people play tennis. I mean, tennis is huge here, as well as pickleball. Pickleball is so popular here. I know I had a match the other night. So we actually have leagues and matches and people play pickleball and we do everything outdoors, there's a couple indoor places, but not many, right? So you're going to see a lot of clubs, golf clubs, tennis clubs. Pickleball, of course, is included in that. We have lots of biking trails, which are amazing, places to exercise and walk. Dog parks. We have a lot of dog parks. A lot of people have dogs in this area. So we have a lot of that going on. And then hiking, you can go 1 hour north to the Appalachian Trail and you can go hiking. Yeah, so it's so cool. And they have wineries up there too as well. We actually have a winery in Alpharetta Milton. So there's
Oh,
wineries
wow.
everywhere. So there is something for everybody. And what I love about being in our area and being in the North Atlanta area is that everything is so culturally diverse. I mean, we have people, neighbors from India, we have neighbors from Russia, we have neighbors from Belgium. I mean, my husband's Belgium, so actually, we have live in the house. But anyway, so you're going to have all those different cultures coming from all across the country, coming and the world, coming into our area and bringing that culture in. So we've got lots of restaurants, Korean and Chinese and everything like that because of the culture that brings into Atlanta.
Yeah. So what's your favorite restaurant?
Oh my gosh, too many. So I would say that we have a really good Italian restaurant right down the street. Called Casa Nuevo, which is really, really one of my favorites. So when people come, I say you got to go to it because I'm from New York and there's not a lot of good Italian restaurants, I have to be honest, and pizza and stuff like that. And here from New York and bagels. So I kind of miss that. So I have to fly to New York to get those things because everyone's going to fight with you. Oh, yeah, that's good. I'm like, no, 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 no. Born and raised in New York. I will fly to New York to get some pizza and some bagels, right? So food wise, we have a lot of live work play areas. So like in downtown Alpharetta, we have homes, we have townhomes, we have condos, restaurants and shops all in one area. So people will go, like we're doing a lot of this live work play areas, subdivisions, so people are just so they don't have to when they come home from work. We know the traffic's terrible here, we admit it, but when they come home from work they don't want to get back in the car to go out to dinner. They want to go walk, exercise and be outside. And since we have such great weather here all year round, it's it's nice. We see the four seasons. It's nice to be able to come home from work, go walk down the street and go to a restaurant or go shopping or do everything. So we have a lot of live, work, plays areas in the North Atlanta area.
That sounds great.
Yeah, it's kind of exciting. It really is. It's just something different. It's like what I would say is our area is so suburban. It's people come here for location and they come here for lifestyle because they're busy in their jobs and I would say a lot of families are busy with their kids and their sports and everything else. So they just want some downtime. So that's why they like that live, work, and play areas.
Yeah. So, well, what else would you like us to know about Atlanta and the area?
I think we covered a lot of stuff and I favorite restaurants. I mean, just a little bit about me, born and raised in New York. I've been in Atlanta for about 30 years and I just love it here. I love the four seasons. You've got winter, which is really small. Then you have spring, which everything's blooming and azaleas are amazing in the springtime. We have so many pretty flowers. Then we have the summer, which can be really hot and humid, really can be. But our falls are amazing. And what I can say is that you can do something for everybody, whether you like, we do have the arts, we do have museums, we do, like you said, we've got Coca-Cola and the aquarium, and we have lots of
Civil
things down
Rights
there.
Museum. It can be a little emotional.
Yes.
So just plan
Yes. So, I
it
mean,
in the
there's so
morning and
much
then
for
go to
everybody.
Coca-Cola for some happiness afterwards because it's pretty
Yeah, there you go.
rough.
Coca-Cola is
Yeah.
always fun. Yeah. And then we have CNN and we have the College Football Hall of Fame in Atlanta too as well. And that's in downtown. But like as you get into the suburbs, you're really just going to see people riding their bikes, walking their dogs, playing tennis, playing pickleball, golf and everything else. So, you can, and it's very affordable. The homes are bigger here than a lot of across the country. So, I mean, really a starter home could be about 2,000 square feet.
Oh,
And we
wow.
have like our luxury homes are like 12,000 with the basement. So they're pretty big. I mean, yeah. And I think people get spoiled here because when they come here, they're like, well, every bedroom needs a bathroom. So if you have 6 bedrooms, you have 6 bathrooms. So the homes they can be very big here. So I think,
Sorry, dear.
a
Sorry,
starter
guys.
home, I know, not like Hawaii, but you have an amazing lifestyle and we
Yeah,
have more of a
that's what you
corporate. So
gotta
I
do.
would say our area is very corporate and you're not going to find a lot of people from Georgia in our area. Everyone's transplants. So what's really interesting, good story, is I am from Long Island, New York, and I have a graduating class of 600 in our high school class. And we have 7 people from my graduating class that live in Alpharetta, just in Alpharetta, not Atlanta,
Oh,
in my city. So that is so cool coming from Long Island and then us all being in the same little city here in Atlanta. So in
but
Alpharetta.
that's great.
So
So you can
yeah.
still have those.
Anything else you want to hear? I think
No,
we covered a
just
lot.
thank you so much. This
I
is
know. And
I
thank you for
can't believe
having
you
me
go
because
to
I
all
adore
these
you.
places. But so we
Yes.
do have family reunion next. It's February again, right? And we'll be in Atlanta.
Atlanta.
So
And
I'm
we have some fun things planned. So
yes.
anyway, well, thank you for having me. I really
Yes, thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much. This has been Kina Knisley with Team K Squared. It's Real Talk About Real Estate. I'd Mary Ellen Van Nokken. So if you know anybody that wants to buy, sell, or maybe invest in Atlanta, I can get you connected, reach out. And thank you so much. This was fabulous.
Thank you.